Hej ludzie, co daj dzisiaj?
Cross your fingers.
Oglądałem tą cutscenkę, więc nie będę się odzywał. No. To tylko...
Yes! Let's get this nightmare over with.
Dobra.
Joshua, pay attention! Grab it!
Dobra, to wyłączam się dopiero po długim czasie. Pa, pa.
Perfect, this is working. I'll get Joshua's monk outfit from the shelter. He should be wearing it when we go to Professor Simon's house. If they see him in his regular clothes, they won't let us in, even with the password. Here, Joshua. Well, here we go.
The man who knows does not speak.
The man who speaks doesn't know.
Come in. Don't be afraid of the dogs.
Come on, chop chop.
What about those nuts?
Those barking dogs? Just one of Simon's MP3s. And I thought I wouldn't live to tell the story, but I had a stroke of luck and managed to escape through the amoeba.
My dear friend, you've displayed some exemplary courage by confronting Kordsmeyer. And as for you...
My name is Joshua, and I'm starving!
I see. Alpha spoke to me of you, the human who lives among Trantorians. You are quite lucky.
My stomach's growling with hunger!
As is mine, dear friend. Though it's the hunger for knowledge which makes us scientists.
I think my legs are going to give out!
Joshua, we're short on time, and I haven't even figured out what those Trantorians are doing here.
You are new to the field, then. Please, take a seat. Trantor, an ancient and distinguished planet, more than 60 light eons from our own.
Let me tell you, if you thought the walk up here was far...
Its inhabitants had already dominated quantum technology before the first single-celled being sprouted to life on Earth.
What he means is they already had some awesome wares running when our ancestors were riding in Stein.
They learned to model the space-time continuum at their whim, to leap from galaxy to galaxy, to alight onto dimensional vortices in a purely tangential manner.
You know what? Their travel budget was out of this world.
Their telepathic mastery is such that they could dispense with their mere physical presence, should that be their whim.
Dude, not even Scullery thought of that.
As you are aware, their civilization is beyond ours by an exponentially awe-inspiring amount.
They do seem to be pretty quick.
They could effortlessly make slaves of whole solar systems and shrink them infinitesimally with nothing but a thought.
Their brains could fry our sorry bodies into a heap of atoms. Boggles the mind, huh?
Yet all that seems to interest them is an intergalactic zoo.
He means the only... A what?
A zoo?
Fascinating, is it not? They trek throughout the universe collecting animals and take them to a planet 3 times larger than Earth, an immense zoological collection where ecosystems from extremely distant galaxies and eras coexist. During the journey, they put the animal into an induced slumber which they refer to as the dream.
Sounds like they've been keeping some info from me.
Furthermore, they've been coming to Earth since the dawn of time, and though they actually need no one, they have made us all stakeholders in their enterprise.
The truth is, I don't quite get it.
A time came at which Earth's technological development made it difficult for Trantorians to go unnoticed, and therefore they contacted our most eminent scientists to reach an agreement. We would protect them when visiting, conceal them from the public eye, and supply them with animals. In exchange, they would provide us with some of their knowledge and most advanced technology.
What a deal!
Yes, my friend. Don't you find it unbelievable that mankind has carried out the technological revolution of the 20th century with no help? Had Trantor failed to furnish us with knowledge, theories, and prototypes, we would never have gotten so far. Think of heretofore unconceivable vaccines, the space race, or even the vacuum tubes in the first computer. And you are thinking of Trantor.
I knew that, and the first jelly-filled donut. They told me so.
Astounding, isn't it? As I was saying, we trade animals for wisdom. The Earthling entity responsible for coordinating these efforts is the Contactors International Agency, of which I myself was a member until recently.
Until Kordsmeyer appeared, I suppose.
Precisely, during the dream of the platypus. We were waiting for the Trantorians in a cave in Kubapeti, Australia, when the rocks in the ceiling started raining down on us. It looked like our days were numbered. Right at that moment, a Trantorian appeared through an amoeba point carrying a small sphere in his hand. The NG-0, an antiparticle generator that reduces all sorts of matter to nothing. He raised it up and aimed it at the rocks, and they disappeared instantaneously, as if they'd never existed. Since then, Kordsmeyer has been awfully interested in the NG-0. He even ordered me to ask the Trantorians for it. When I refused, he tried to have me eliminated. So I was forced to leave my position and flee to this dull hideout, surrounded by safety measures with passwords known only by Alpha, Trantor's High Commissioner for Earthling Affairs. And now you, of course.
So what we know is that Kordsmeyer has managed to get a Trantorian spaceship into trouble. At least enough for it to risk sending a message through Joshua.
Whoops! With all this chit-chat, I forgot about the message. Yes, Simon.
What is that?
Let us join hands, and then you will see.
Joshua put a lid on it.
Man!
Silence!
Trantor's High Commissioner for Earthling Affairs with the human name Alpha. Scientific Craft 317, Milky Way 2801. Mission, the Dream of the Turtle. Date, 3/89/7/28/24, IN 14/7. Hello. Professor James Simon, we require your help once again. Our head chef has stolen the Trentonite from our ship, both the current and spare Trentonite stones, and has given it to the military. Colonel Nathaniel H. Kordsmeyer will only return them to us if we exchange it for something you call the NG-0. We do not want to give it up, but as you know, Trentonite forms part of our very essence, and we cannot survive far from it. As you know, we cannot even breathe long without it. And as if that were not enough, yesterday we found a seriously injured human at the bottom of Tiki Lake, where our ship is located.
Gina! She's alive!
According to our moral code, we were required to help her. Under normal conditions, we would have cured her immediately, but without the Trentonite, we can do nothing more than keep her in a dreamlike state. And that is depleting the little energy we have available. Nonetheless, one chance for salvation still remains. Professor James Simon. Centuries ago, one of our reconnaissance ships crashed near the city now known as Palenque. And the Trentonite kept on board may still be in that area. Professor James Simon, find it and a way to bring it to us. And some of the local onion soup. Every can of single onion you can muster. Please.
Professor Simon, are you okay?
Just give me a minute or two. I need to warm up.
Aren't you hungry too?
Holy smokes! We have to keep the Trantorians from giving the NG-0 to Kordsmeyer for sure. In the wrong hands, that weapon could destroy a city the size of Los Angeles in tenths of a second. Dear friends, we must travel to Palenque to find the Trentonite immediately, or we can begin to say farewell to the world as we know it.
You can count on me, Professor. And on Joshua, of course.
I bet you're just real hungry, Professor Simon. Hey, why don't we call that sushi guy?
Good thinking. May I use your phone?
It isn't a safe way to communicate, given the circumstances. Do you mind if I ask why?
I know of a friend who could help us out. Someone we fully trust.
Magnificent. Then I recommend you sit at my laptop computer and use the impenetrable ultra-safe crypto chat. Provided that your friend is online at this very moment, that is.
Don't worry. If there were one person online in the whole world, it'd be Sushi Douglas.
Well, I am clueless about the online chatting. Of course, since Trantor's all about telepathic talk.
Hey, Sushi, are you there?
Do you mean that the Trantorians don't have the internet? How do you think Alpha informs us of trading dates, if not by email? In fact, after reading their email, we type in www.planet-trantor.com and we enter our code so that they will provide us with the details of the transaction.
I'm totally out of the loop. Nobody told me about any of this.
You leave me in awe, my dear friend. If not, where do you believe the network of all networks was designed? In the mind of a simple human? No, it was them who showed us how to build it and use it. What I've never understood is how they get online from other solar systems. I don't know. Perhaps they use neutrino transducers, like in that splendid novel by William Garza.
Have you got that one? That book must have gotten at least 5 stars. You wouldn't happen to have anything by Sarah Martin, would you?
Nathan?
What's up, doll? Think you'll ever find our little pest?
Hush, hush, soldier boy. My spiderweb is about to strangle both him and the monk. And it looks like we got 3 for the price of 2. Your old pal Simon's here.
Simon? Ha! I knew I'd end up catching him. Overeducated scientist. Anyway, make him vanish and come to Mala pronto, lady.
Have you already gotten the real Pignon to cooperate?
I know how to make up his mind. The clock's ticking before the big event.
K. Dick, all of Asimov, and of course Brian Scullery's complete works.
Yuck! What are you doing with that gossipy pulp in your library?
Allow me to tell you a secret. If you tug on the 3rd volume of his infamous UFO Lies and the Houdini Legacy, you'll see something open up before your feet.
At Simon's house. And that's where my story ends, for now.
Sounds like quite an adventure, but you can count on me. What do you want me to do?
Think about it, shrimp. While you pull the trigger, I'll stick my finger up the barrel. My fingers get blown off, but the force of the opposite reaction will make the bullet shoot backwards, at a speed 9 times faster. It'll blow up the gun and your face will get erased.
Seriously?
I knew you were an idiot.
I'm gonna kill him!
No one ordered you to do it, 13. They're not paying you for this one. It's the ones inside they want.
Well, get a move on before my Christmas shopping begins.
Did that spy from Hawaii turn up yet?
Not yet, Tarantula.
This is getting a bit tiresome. They've been in there for hours. All right, 18. Finish off the other 2. Then we'll go in and get the spy.
Which one should I take out first? The clown?
No, the old geezer's more important. What are you waiting for?
Houdini's legacy, Joshua. Brian, go after him.
What about you?
I'll be fine. Everything depends on you now. Run!
But
Jump for Pete's sake! Find that stone! Find it!
Brian? Are you there? Brian? Something's wrong. We have to leave immediately. Saturn, we're going on a trip. Brian's in trouble.
BB in trouble? Give me 5 minutes.
You're not leaving me here, are you, man?
And bring your best equipment. We may need it.
4 minutes.
I'll go grab some equipment too, but the good stuff. You're gonna fly when you see it, man.
Huh? Where am I? A boat? Man, I ache all over. And that light. Just a sec. Hold on. Give me a minute here. Let's see. I escaped with Joshua on Simon's snowmobile. We got as far as Sicily, and from there to Anchorage, where we hopped on a flight to San Diego, since we were supposed to meet Sushi there, and then, I don't know. I can't remember anything else. Truth is, I feel like I've been asleep for 3 days. Joshua's missing, and what in the world am I supposed to do now?
Hej ludzie, to była wstawka chyba 20 minut wstawki. Czy nawet więcej. Tu wiem coś wiem, ale obejrzymy wszystko. Może coś przeoczyłem. Ten statek się nie... Apartament Neptuna.
No, carrying that in my pocket would be a bit uncomfortable, even for me. The realism in the clouds is evocative and surprising. Jules Verne's Mystery Island by Frankie Spoonover. Man, whoever designed this room must have been a big Jules Verne fan, because if I'm not mistaken, that boat over there is Captain Nemo's Nautilus.
Tu jest winda.
Yeah, let's see what's in there.
Tutaj może coś przeoczyłem. Tu można... Od posągu można trójząb wziąć.
Neptune, the Roman sea god. It's made of bronze, so it must weigh more than my car. However, the trident has come loose. I'll nonchalantly slip it into my pocket. Well, not too nonchalantly, or I may inadvertently saw a branch off of the family tree.
Tu nic nie można wziąć. To idziemy, no. Zrobimy to co wcześniej.
Let's see what happens when I press this button.
Będzie gadka z sushi.
Isn't that... Sushi!
Brian! You finally woke up.
It's amazing to see you again.
No, I'm the one who's excited. So how are you feeling?
Well, a bit nervous, because besides the whole Gina problem, the soldiers and the Transanite, I can't even remember how I got here. The truth is, I don't even know where we are.
Ha ha ha. I got here this morning, but from what Rutger told me about last night, I'm not surprised your memory is shot. And as for the Transanite, everything has been fixed. You don't have to worry about a thing.
What?
Let me explain. It turns out that a man flying in some bizarre device was painted inside a tomb within the ancient Mayan ruins of Palenque. It's so weird, it looks like a spaceship. So much so that people call it the astronaut of Palenque. As soon as I found out, I took off for Palenque. The stone has to be there. The first thing they told me when I got there is that the tomb was robbed more than 5 centuries ago. 5 centuries! Finding the stone was going to be impossible. Luckily, they gave me a hot contact, Paco, a Spanish student obsessed with the whole topic, and he just happened to be working at the temple ruins then.
Znowu jakieś świątynie? Jak ja tego nie było, no.
So nobody knows where it might be now? I mean, whatever was inside that tomb?
Samochód, dziękuję.
Don Iñigo de Malentuñez y Gagnon. Search for him.
Where can I find him?
No idea. Probably at the bottom of the sea, since he was one of the cruelest pirates of the 16th century. Nobody knows how his galleon, the Orion, managed to survive the harshest tempests, or come out unscathed from battles with much better armed vessels. Legend even has it that his ship's figurehead shined like the sun. However, his sailors are sure it was all thanks to a lucky charm made of stone, an awesome object that Malentuñez supposedly found in his youth.
And now you're going to tell me the miraculous item came from that robbed grave, right?
You are right. I've been researching, and it appears that as a kid, Captain Malentuñez worked for the conquistador Hernán Cortés. He had the bad fortune of falling in love with Malinche, who was none other than his commander's lover. Cortés challenged him to a duel, ripped out his eye, and left him in the jungles of Chiapas, fewer than 30 miles from the city of Palenque.
So you're suggesting that Malentuñez stole something from the grave, which protected him for the rest of his life? Very interesting. But how can I find his trail?
There's evidence that in 1564, he stole the map of the Manila route, the Spanish crown's best-kept treasure. It could have made him richer than the king himself. After that, his trail is lost. Perhaps he set sail for the Philippines. But if you're so interested, why don't you go look in the archives of the Indies?
I had heard that everything written on Spain's colonies in the Americas could be found in the archives of the Indies in Seville, Spain, and that even professional treasure hunters go there to locate sunken galleons. So I expressed my gratitude to Paco and vamoosed to Seville.
You're unbelievable, Sushi.
Hold on, the hardest part had yet to begin. I'm accustomed to breaking passwords and codes, pushing a button and getting quick results. But when I saw the work I'd have to do in Seville...
To jest normalnie... Ta sushi jest normalnie hakerem rzeczywistości. Normalnie.
you'll find everything you need about galleons, which disappeared from 1560 to 1570. Look for whatever you want, and don't worry about making noise. I'll be alone tonight.
Sushi, jesteś wielka. Jak ja bym szukał tego, to bym chyba...
I searched through book after book, galleon after galleon, and pirate after pirate until... Captain Malantuñez of the Orion. That was it. I found a short passage of what seemed to be Malantuñez's memoirs, taken down by a female prisoner who was with him. On the last pages, his scribe wrote that an English boat had sunk the Orion, and after being rescued, this record keeper went on and on about what a scoundrel Malantuñez was. Lucky for us, the date of the shipwreck is mentioned, March 6th, 1564. 6 days after the Orion set sail on a journey from Acapulco to Manila. I had everything I needed to locate the approximate position of the galleon. So I checked maps from those days, did some calculations, and finally managed to determine an exact point in the Pacific Ocean. That's the whole story, Brian. I charted the possible shipwreck site to an area of less than 80 square nautical miles. Then I called Saturn and told him what direction to take.
80 square miles? Isn't that a lot?
Don't you believe it? A half hour ago, I programmed the sonar to look for underwater objects with the volume of the Orion. And in a few hours, it will start to relay its potential coordinates to us. Using that data, Dean Grassick will dive down to find out whether we've hit the jackpot or we have to continue the search. My time estimate is little more than 2 weeks. 3 weeks tops.
Sushi, that's too long. We have to find some other solution.
It's a difficult operation, Brian. The Douglas III's sonar is equipped with the most advanced submarine detection technology. So, unless you can come up with some sort of miracle, we'll have to wait.
Wait a sec. I think I may have missed something.
O to... Kto to jest? Ja się spytam się.
Dean Grassick. You've never heard of him? But he's the greatest adventurer and treasure hunter in history. I hired him to go down to the ocean floor and retrieve the Trantonite.
Can we trust him?
Of course. He's a man of perfect moral integrity. For example, he is so generous he even held a contest among the country's youths, and the winner got to go with him on his next adventure. He is a man of his word, as you can see. He's traveling with Camille, the French girl who won the contest.
No dobra. Wiemy, że musimy trantolit z... Jak to się nazywa? Trantolit? Trantoryt? Trantonit? Bardzo szybko, bo Gina utrzymuje się w śnie. Żyje. Wiemy, że żyje. Pierwszy raz wiemy, że żyje.
I've never heard of anyone named Dean Grassick.
You don't watch much TV, do you? His program, The Grassick Adventure, is one of the highest rated shows on primetime TV. I recommend it, because it's as if you were really there with him, fighting against wild monkeys in the jungle, searching for treasures and ruins, and fighting against polar bears. Dean takes a camera on all his adventures, and every evening he broadcasts images of the most amazing parts of that day's adventures. Plus, he's so cute.
What part of the boat is he in now?
A while ago, he told me he'd be in the sea lock room, tuning up the diving equipment.
I'd rather not talk about him anymore.
Don't be that way, Brian. You'll see how nice he is.
Speaking of Wrecker and Saturn.
Yes?
Now, how is it they came too?
When you IM'd me about Trantor and the amoeba, I thought it would be a good idea to bring along a man of science. So before departing from Douglasville, I asked Saturn to join my team. As for Wrecker, well, that was a bit more spur of the moment.
They're nice guys, but I think we've discussed their participation enough.
Okay, whatever you say.
I'd like to hear about your trips to Palenque and some...
Well, you're in time.
You must have millions of frequent flyer miles from all those trips you've taken.
Don't think this was easy for me, Brian. If I hadn't had the Douglas Corporation's financial backing, we wouldn't be here now.
Well,
Whatever. When
I'm really grateful to Alpha said I don't know.
Jakoś się dało z nią gadać.
Listen,
Yes, Brian?
I wanted to mention something to you about Dean.
I can tell you find him interesting.
I'd rather not.
You'll see.
A, bo nie wiem czego.
Let's
Se myślę, czego. O nie, wcześniej.
No, I have enough. I don't know the. It's used to open.
No. Trochę się kurna zapomniała.
What if it had been getting in? What if it had?
Idź do winda.
Here we go. One of these days. Listen, Sushi.
Yes, Brian?
I've seen there's a password-protected door.
And you want me to give you the password, right? Well, store this in your memory. 0512.
0512. Thanks, Sushi.
No sweat. Anything else?
Let's continue.
Dobra. Pogadaliśmy z nią. Teraz zaczyna się część, w którym wczoraj zrobiłem. Nie wiem co dalej.
Sushi said the password is 0512. Let's try. Got it.
Dobra.
Hello.
Bonjour, Brian. How do you feel?
Have we met before?
But of course, at dinner yesterday. You were a bit, how you say, dizzy?
Well, actually, I don't remember much of what happened yesterday. I don't even remember your name.
Don't worry, it sometimes happens. My name is Camille.
Nice to meet you, Camille. It's a pleasure to meet you again.
The same to you, Brian.
I'm ready, Hostile. You come here, baby.
I got your hot babe. Let's record until the sun goes down.
And action.
I am Dean Grassic, and let me say bienvenidos to the Grassic Adventure with Dean Grassic, your favorite show, broadcasting from Miami to the world, baby. You know why? Because I, Dean Grassic, promise tons of real adventure with money back guarantee. You know why, amigo? Because I live tons of real adventures every day. You know why, amigo? Because I, Dean Grassic, am the greatest adventurer on the planet. The only one who can do the amazing stuff. You know why, amigo? Because Dean. So, watch your hands, Chiquita.
You're the one who messed up. You keep forgetting the script.
I don't know why I brought you here. Don't worry. Be happy, mija. I'm sure you'll do better this time.
Wow, Camille. I didn't know that.
Hey, muchacho, don't bother my Chiquita. She's working.
You're Dean, right?
You guessed right. It's me, the one and only Dean Grassic. But don't be embarrassed to speak to me. Just treat me like an everyday guy. I'm your brother.
Sure, Dean. I'm Brian.
The teenager who has put me into the Orion's path?
Yeah, well...
You're hot stuff, amigo. Despite your lack of experience, you have really helped me out. But your contribution is done with, brother. I'm going to the bottom of the seas to get back the amazing rock. Cause I'm the greatest adventurer you'll ever know. Dean Grassic, the answer to all your troubles.
thanks, but I'd like to finish this on my own.
You are chilling, my brother. Courage is a great sign of the rookie adventure. But you shouldn't try to hop on a running bus. Just hold on un momento, because I'm gonna do you a big favor. All day today, I will answer your questions for free, placing all the wisdom of the Grassic Adventure method within your reach. Take advantage of this ultra cool offer and pose your questions, my friend.
Ważne, chciałem sam popłynąć do zamiennego, ale on...
Don't you think you're being a little unfair to Camille?
Camille? What Camille?
It is moi, Camille.
Close it, mamacita. I'm talking to me, amigo.
What is the grass?
What? It is the amazing learning system for adventurers and treasure hunters. Patented by Dean Grassic. Its pages contain more than 12 years of experience, excitement, and triumph. Now it can be yours for the low, low price of just $39.99. Amigo, apply now and you will get an original 8x10 Dean Grassic glossy print, autographed by Dean Grassic himself.
Seriously.
Keep it cool, my brother. Do you think I'd dive to the Orion if I weren't the best? Keep your blinkers on me, amigo. And after a while, you may be ready to become a real adventurer.
Keep recording. I'm out of here.
Yeah, let's quit the talk, or I have to work overtime. Dazzling enigmas. Pianist, you are the best, the hottest, the
Chmura śluzy. Komora śluzy, to jest wszędzie. Prysznica. Dobra, to skończymy sobie. Bo tu już nie jestem za... Jakby to powiedzieć. Można z nią porozmawiać? Można z nią porozmawiać, dobra. Gdzie tam można jeszcze przejść? Spójrz na Dinę. Nie, 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 nie.
So this is the greatest adventurer in history? My adventures would run circles around his. I have a feeling this won't be easy, but I must. I can't. Yeah, let's see where this heads to. It looks like I'm in the cargo hold. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Those holes in the ceiling look like the hatches in the deck that they load the cargo through.
Bajeczka z zaworami teraz będzie.
I think I should go down first if I want to do that. Well. No, right now I don't know why I would want to do that. I don't think I'd be able to. It's full of water, I guess.
Tu coś jest.
The tank is open on top. I better climb down. I don't want to fall in. Hatches to deck. Better leave them closed or a bird might fly in. I don't know what it's connected to. Hey, let's see who answers. Hello? Anyone there?
Ryan? Is that you? What do you want?
Nothing, Sushi. See you later. It doesn't seem to have a password. But obviously I can't open it with my bare hands either. Most likely it's opened by pushing the red button to the right. Well, open sesame. Whoa! It almost chopped my foot off. It must be broken because it doesn't seem normal for it to close just because you release the button.
Może...
That won't do any good. It's used to open the door to cargo hold 2, but only momentarily.
Mało rzeczy mam.
That won't do any...
Może teraz się da przez interkom?
No, I'd rather talk with her in person.
Dobra. Będzie dużo kombinowania. Dużo kombinowania. Dużo kombinowania. Dużo.
Alrighty. Let's see if this one is any... I can't. Why talk to her on an intercom if she's right next door? Why talk? Where have I seen a door just like this?
Dobra, to skończyłem. Papa, dzięki wszystkim. Papa.